I'm watching game 2 here with 30 seconds left. Florida Panthers 4-1 lead, winning game 2 here, going up 2-0 in the series in the Stanley Cup final against the Edmonton Oilers. I mean, just crazy watching this. Absolute nuts. Watching from my hotel room, guys. Panthers absolutely dominated in every facet of the game. Oilers, no 5-on-5 goals. And you talk about just the special teams now going the Panthers' way. The Panthers limiting the Oilers to 19 shots. I think that's a huge perspective, right? Like, the Oilers outshot the Panthers game 1. Bobrovsky stood in his head. Bobrovsky lets a weak goal from Ekholm. After that, Panthers just stand strong in front of Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky makes the saves he needs to make. But on top of that, the Panthers were just spectacular defensively after losing Barkov in this game. And that's going to be a concern for the Panthers the rest of the way. The Oilers go back home. Can they win 2 games at home? Can they win 1 game at home? I mean, Barkov injury would be a concern. I think both sides, both fan bases are going to be frustrated, pissed off with some scenarios. I mean, I'm watching Evan Bouchard get choked out tonight. Guy was struggling tonight. 2 massive mistakes on 2 Evan Rodriguez goals, and I talked about it in my Bleacher Report video. I gave him a shout. I was like, you know what? There's guys in this team for the Florida Panthers that I have not given enough credit this year, and specifically are not talked about enough by like general media and just general fans, and that's Evan Rodriguez, a guy that steps up at weird times, and in game 2 of the Stanley Cup final scores 2 massive goals, and one of them obviously being the game winner. So I got to give a shout out just across the board to the Florida Panthers as a team, losing their captain in Barkov to an injury and just standing tall the rest of the way throughout this game too. So Panthers fans are feeling it up 2-0 in the series. Oilers fans got to figure that the Oilers will turn it around at home in some way. But I mean, it's deflating, right? I don't want to say they dominated, but they played well in that game 1. Game 2, not at all. You got to really bounce back and get a win at home in game 3. So I mean, that's the perspective. Oilers are somehow losing the special teams battle while also not scoring 5-on-5. And I talked about that after the Western Conference final. I was like, you know what? The Oilers all of a sudden are concerning me 5-on-5, and they're showing that right now in this Stanley Cup final 2 games in. So I was kind of right in that aspect. But, I mean, we've seen it from the Oilers where they can just turn the switch, flip the switch, and just get right back to it. So Bobrovsky, I mean, he's only allowed 1 goal through 2 games, even with it being a weak goal on Ekholm. Like, Bobrovsky's the number 1 star, the consummate favorite right now. And then, I mean, past that, you give so many shouts for the Florida Panthers. Gustav Forsling's been exceptional. Aaron Ekblad, even though it's the empty netter, gets a goal, gets to showcase a goal scorer there. And, I mean, so many other guys like Anton Lindell, they were calling him Barkov Jr. He's showing to step up big time with Barkov going down there. And then, again, across the board, Bennett, Tkachuk just doing their classic stuff to get into the skin of the star players, including McDavid there at the end with Tkachuk. I mean, you could probably argue Tkachuk could maybe get a penalty there on that McDavid breakaway, but they let a lot go on both sides. There could have been a bunch of tripping calls in the Oilers there at the end in the last few minutes. So let me know what you guys think. Oilers down 2-0 in this series. Huge credit to the Florida Panthers. I will keep saying it. If the Florida Panthers keep proving me wrong, and that defense group just playing the Paul Maurice unit, I got to keep giving them creds. And I mean, one more Florida Panthers win. If they're 1 away from the Cup final, like, I'm going to be making some apology videos, guys. So subscribe, like, comment, notification bell. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.